My name is Jordan Burroughs. I'm a 2012 Olympic gold medalist, and I wrestled 74 kilos for the United States of America. We're around the best wrestlers, we get great training partners, and it's just an amazing place to be, and we just get that camaraderie and brotherhood that we need to strive to be successful and win gold medals. I get to be around the best wrestlers in the world, learn their backgrounds, their stories, meet their wives, their families, and their children, and just hang out with some of the coolest guys I've ever met. You know, I love the camaraderie and the brotherhood that we establish each and every summer.
74, Jordan Burroughs. He's the champ. He's one of the, he's one of the key people that kind of fuel the fire on this team. As far as we see him win, and we start to believe that we can beat these guys too. And on top of that, just seeing him grow in his faith has been really encouraging too. And just the way he talks, and he's very real with his expectations of himself, and he knows where he knows where he struggles. He knows where he's good.
What I'm most excited about in life, is just what the future holds. I want to live in the present and be happy with everything that's going on and about the past and what I've accomplished. But there's a lot of things that I want to continue to accomplish in the future and become the man that God has destined me to be. So that's really important for me, is to continue to strive and become stronger in my faith, be a good husband to my future wife, and hopefully a good father to my kids in the future. Sacrifice, it's different, man. I think it's something that you're willing to give up to become what you want to be. So what are you willing to give up? What are you willing to skip out on and miss out on that you could possibly enjoy at this very moment to get something that's not even promised to you? So I want to be a world championship, and there's thousands of other guys in the world at the same weight class that want to be world champions as well. So that makes it extremely difficult, but I'm willing to sacrifice whatever it is that I have now that could possibly please me immediately. It's been huge for me. It continues to give me a platform to motivate others, to glorify God, to bring attention to Him, bring attention to myself, and it's just been an awesome platform for me. I enjoy doing it. I love the competition, love competing against the best guys in the world, and I just love the sport of wrestling. It's been great. Being 60-0, it's difficult sometimes, but who's counting? I just try to go out there and embrace each day. I try to win each match. It's really difficult if you start to look into the future and look past the big picture. The big picture for me is going out there and competing at a high level each and every match, and I try to keep it all within myself. So even though everyone's counting the record and everyone wants to beat me and knock me off, for me, it's all about going out there, performing at my highest level, shooting doubles, shooting singles, getting my feet moving, using my hands and my motion to wrestle effectively. And I know if I bring my A game each and every time, I'll be really difficult to beat. So 60-0 puts a little bit of pressure, but nothing that I haven't already put on myself before I even started that streak. I don't think I do anything in particular that no one else does. I think everyone trains hard. Everyone wants to be the champ. Everyone works hard. I think champions don't do anything differently from their opponents per se, but I think they just do those same things differently. So I try to work as hard as possible each and every time I step on the mat. I try to work on things that are specific to me, that help me to be successful, and that may not work for everyone else, So I've been blessed with talents and gifts that God has given me, athleticism, speed, quickness, and I've had to kind of steward those gifts in terms of working hard, living my lifestyle the right way to become the best wrestler possible. And it's really difficult, and I heard a quote that said, talent is not a gift, it's a job. It's a responsibility to use those gifts to become what you want to become, and that takes sacrifices, that takes commitments, and that takes setting goals and putting the necessary hard work in to reach those goals. So it's really difficult, but it's enjoyable, and I'm just happy that I have these gifts to even be able to work with. I've done everything possible to become the best wrestler I can. So when I step out there in the mat, it's not because I'm not prepared well enough. It's not because I didn't cut my weight right. It's not because I didn't train hard. It's not because I didn't go to bed early enough the night before. I've done everything correctly to put myself in the best position to win. So I know if I go out there and I don't compete well and I don't wrestle well and I end up not winning and taking a loss, that it's either my opponent trained really well or it's just God's sovereign plan for me to not win that match and go on and hopefully continue to be successful in the future. So that takes away all the pressure for me. It adds a sense of peacefulness, and I can go out there and compete at a high level without fear of winning and losing. ego for me, as an acronym, stands for edging God out, and that's what I don't want to do. So I try to remain humble, remain focused, have that tunnel vision, go out there and perform at my highest level, and that takes away the pressure off. Win or lose, I'm still Jordan Burroughs. I still have done a lot of things in my career that have helped me to become successful and make a name for myself, and I'm pretty happy with what I've accomplished. Mentally, knowing that I could possibly have another practice later on that day. I have a really tough training partner. I may not be feeling good at losing weight, may have a knee tweak, be banged up a little bit. So going into practice, I try to just remain focused on my ultimate goal, and that's to still become the best wrestler in the world. So I try not to get complacent with where I am in my career, and that's extremely difficult as well. So I have coaches pushing me. I have teammates that are all striving to be the best in the world. So I'm really competing with my teammates on a daily basis. So even though they're my teammates, I love them. I want to see them be successful as well. I'm competing with them. So if we're practicing together, I want to hit as many double legs as possible. If we're running together, I want to win every sprint. We're lifting together, I want to bench press the most weight. So that's what's important to me. And I don't always feel like practicing. I think that's just an honest thought in terms of respect to the sport. I think that anyone that's been an athlete, especially in the sport of wrestling, can admit that you don't always feel like practicing. It gets difficult and redundant sometimes, but I think that's when you become a champ. If you just practice on a day where you feel like it, you probably never improve, because that's hardly ever. But when you go in there, you're not feeling good, you're not feeling up to it, someone's trying to kick your butt across from you, standing on a line over there, and he's in shape, he had a great day, and he's feeling good, and you stand up to him, and you put your head in there and you fight, you come out feeling better about yourself, and that's where you become a champion.